Well, Jessica, how are you? Happy Life Day here from Galaxy's Edge. And if you don't know what Life Day is, well, it's my holiday on Kashyyyk. You know, us Wookiees like to celebrate the 1978 Star Wars Holiday Special, which was featured on either CBS or NBC. I watched it this morning, and can I tell you, it is no joke. 10 minutes and 43 seconds of Wookiees going. You don't know what is happening except for that Chewbacca has a family. So the baseline of Life Day, which is today, November 17th, is that you celebrate harmony and joy and family. And Chewbacca is trying to get home via Han Solo. And there are, of course, some troubles along the way. At the beginning of the show, you actually see Chewbacca's family, which consists of his dad, Itchy. These aren't their full names, but these are just like their quick nicknames. His wife, Mala, and his son, Lumpy. So I can't say much about his selection and choices, but yeah, this was one of the exclusive plushes from today. So there was a plush, there was pins, there was tons of merch. I also got a t-shirt as well. He's not wearing a Snuggie, dude. This is like a prayer robe, I guess. And this homeboy little thing is called a Life Day Orb. Very fancy name, I know. But we'll take a look at some of the merch and whatnot. And I wanted to give you guys kind of like tonight would be just like fun facts about Batuu. Because Batuu is so rich with all these different unique storylines. So like you would normally think, okay, we're at Disney, we're at a park, there's some IP that they use, like this is Ariel, this is whatever, right? But here in Star Wars, and particularly Galaxy's Edge and Batuu, they've written books, they've written traveling guides, they've written recipe cookbooks, all that are canon now. And if you don't know, in the Star Wars universe, canon means that it is official Star Wars stuffs. So I figured it'd be fun to walk around Batuu, hang out, check out all the sights and sounds. If you haven't been to Batuu, it's really, really fun here. And so the first one we're going to do right outside here, this is actually called Black Spire Outpost. So where we're standing is Black Spire Outpost. And it's actually named from these large spires that are found all over the outpost. So we're actually just by Smuggler's Run over here, the Millennium Falcon flight simulator ride. There's another spire over here. But these are all petrified trees that scatter around the outpost. And this is actually a traveler's outpost. It's very, very far on the outer rim. That's the entrance to Smuggler's Run right here. But our first fun fact of the day, hey, Poppin', what's happening? Our first fun fact of the day is going to be underneath the Millennium Falcon. So let's get real. Let's get underneath. And I'm going to try to show you, to the best of my ability. People always, this is such, when I say, and I'm redundant, and I'll tell you this every time I'm in studios at night, this is the best part at night, hands down, always. So underneath the cockpit area of the Millennium Falcon, sorry. I got my Chewie as a shoulder plush. I thought somebody was super close to me for a second. It was not. So right under here, it's going to be hard to see because I can't zoom in. I don't think I can zoom in. No, I cannot. Right underneath this Millennium Falcon piece, there's a pipe right here. And underneath is actually a model of the Millennium Falcon. So there's, you can see a better shot of it right here. It's right there is the Millennium Falcon. So there's like a little mini, almost like hanging like a Minoc. If you don't know what a Minoc is, a Minoc was from A New Hope. It was in that animal's body that was eating up and chewing all the wires. But here on the Millennium Falcon, a fun little Imagineering thing. So yeah, so we're gonna take a tour of Batuu, and I'm gonna geek out with you and tell you a million fun facts while we're in here. So yo, dude, get in there, bro. Apparently a Buffalo Bills fan. All right, hey Katie, how you doing? All right, up here. So over on this side is Oga's Cantina. So It's actually really the only table service that you get in Batu, but it's not really table service because all they have are light snacks. It's kind of like a crappy charcuterie board. Do not get it. It's a waste of $21.99. If you need something to eat, they have like a spicy dip with like almost like a vegetarian pork rind kind of thing going on. That's like $10. So if you need something to nosh on when you're in there, get that. It's not the Batu Bites, but it's something similar to that effect. But this bridge is going to be important because look, this bridge is completely connected. And Ogus is over here. We're going to check on the back side. Hey, Mr. Mark, producer Mark, can you do me a favor and throw up a picture of one Miss Oga Gara by any chance? She's the large-looking Bluetopian, full-size picture so you can see her head to tail. She's got kind of like a squid tentacle neck, if you got that picture. But here is the front. There we go. So this is her place. Oga Gara, if you didn't know, she is a woman, and she's a female Bluetopian, and she runs basically all of the underpinning, and she's like the mafia of all of Black Spire Outpost. So anybody who runs a business here has to pay security fees to Oga. She's a part of all this. Any smuggling that goes on, so Mr. Hondo over here, she gets a cut of all of this. But here, and this is kind of like something that's really, really fun, is all over Batu, you'll notice that they write in Arabesh. Arabesh is Galactic Basic. So you can actually come here, and if you download the Disney Play app, you can come and use your phone to scan the Arabesh letters, and this will write out Cantina here. And there it is written in non-Arabesh. That's just like a fake English. But yeah. Now, why did I talk about that bridge? So Oga used to date a Wookiee. So Life Day, very important to the Wookiees on Kashyyyk today, right? So, hey, Lori, what's going on? So up here, let me see if I can get a better shot of it, a little better lighting. So remember I had mentioned that this bridge was complete the other side? This section right here has a huge chunk out of it. Now, why is that the case? Well, apparently, Miss Oga found her little boyfriend, Wookie, hooking up with a Rodian. Now, you're going like, dude, what the heck on earth is a Rodian? Well, first of all, we're in the Star Wars universe, so there is no Earth. We're talking about a humanoid alien like Greedo. So imagine a Wookiee cheating on Oga Gara, that big mafia overlord of Black Spire Outpost, and she gets super, super jealous that he's hooking up with this Rodian, and she pushes him off this, kills him, boom, lands right there, and they never fix the bridge. And then inside Oga's Cantina, DJ Rex from Star Tours is actually your DJ. He's over here on the left-hand side. There's a ton of different creatures in there, including those Minocs are in there. There's also warts that give off this little egg that they lay, and it becomes parts of the drink in there. And this is also powered by, it's kind of cool, like to me, this kind of looks like Jabba's palace. I don't know if anybody else gets that vibe. And I did hear your Han shot first. If this is the truth, in A New Hope, if you don't know what the heck we're talking about, Han shot first is in reference to, in the Cantina scene, when Han Solo was sitting with Greedo and Chewie, and Greedo is trying to capture him for the bounty, dead or alive. And basically, Greedo says he's going to take the Falcon, the Millennium Falcon, his ship, and Han says, over his dead body. Greedo said, fine. Han shoots him first. Now, why is this specific? And he does shoot first. And they have edited this and changed it over the time periods, because Han originally was kind of, not a bad guy, but like, he was a ruffian. He was on the outskirts. And, he was a spice dealer. If you remember us from our Monday live, drug dealer. And straight up, homeboy killed Greedo without him shooting first. But we all grow to love Han Solo. So as a result, they wanted to make him a little bit humane, and they make Greedo shoot and miss. Therefore, Han is acting in self-defense. But I will be honest with you, Han is not acting in self-defense. Homeboy clips that Rodian right in the face, just like an Ogagera. Doesn't care. So we are walking into the First Order section of Batuu. So you'll notice a giant First Order banner. And once again, like while you're walking around here and you notice any kind of weird lettering, you can use your phone and scan those. And there's actually little kind of games in there too. But I just like that it will translate from Arabic or Galactic Basic into English for you. If you don't know what this is a TIE Echelon. TIE Echelon is an assault shuttle. It has like 4 heavy cannons. This can carry comfortably about 10 people and 2 pilots. Very, very cool. Kylo Ren usually does walk out here with... these are actually stormtroopers. You know, they're not exactly First Order guys. They're more stormtroopers. Over here is a section with a little gift shop. We can walk through there in 1 second, but this will be important, I think, in the future, is this giant door. I think this is how you're going to land if you take the Halcyon. So if you don't know what the Halcyon is, that is the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel. I think the transports are going to drop you off right here. There's one other spot that they might drop you off by Rise of the Resistance, but this would be the next spot because I think this is a door. That's Scrim Banner and it's complete, so I don't know. Maybe I'm taking that back completely, unless this is covering up some sort of door. It's just like screwed in. You just see Phillips head screws back here. Yeah, I saw lots of people got previews of the Halcyon. Yeah, she was super, super stoked about it too. The person who plays Ahsoka, and she did a Q&A live. They got binders. I saw this dude get a really cool photo pass picture with the binders. Now, you would think like, okay, just look at the merch, but you don't want to just look at the merch in here because you also want to look at some of the First Order blasters. They always have really cool, fun props. You know, the assault rifles. Those guys are the ones that are gas masks. There's the flamethrower trooper up there. I don't know if there's a stun baton in here. Oh, here we go. Stun baton right there. You know, the guy who goes up against Finn when he has his lightsaber action. Oh, that's cool. I never saw that. The ATM-8 Walker. Hang on. We've got a blur. Model kit. That's really cool. First Order rank bands. I've never seen those either. And look, you can like really dress up if you want in here. And they do sell a TIE Echelon. And do all that you can do and enlist today. Protect the galaxy. This is fun. I mean, they have such good merch in here. Oop. All right. Okie dokie. Now, you probably can't hear it all that well because I have you guys plugged in so you can hear my audio. But next, we're going to head over to the milk stand. Then we're going to look at some droids. And we'll keep walking around and telling you about Batuu. Yeah, I agree. The merch is phenomenal. I ended up buying Homeboy. He's so cool, man. So they normally sell these for $22.99, and he's got like a bandolier. But this guy was $24.99. But with a 20% off, and for a 1 day only, I had to. So this is the milk stands, which they sell the blue milk, if you remember, from A New Hope. And yep, on Mars Homestead, which shout out to Uncle Owen and Aunt Peru. May they rest in fried pieces. This is from the Bubo Wampa Family Farms. And in fact, that little canteen says that exactly on there. Bubo Wampa Family Farms. And they have green and blue milk. To me, both the blue and green milk taste a lot like Trix. So if you're into Trix cereal, and then they do alcoholic versions. One is a rum version, and then the other one is a tequila version. And then you'll notice there's a lot of droids in this area. Get under some better lighting. This one, but this is an Imperial probe droid. So you can see his head here, his little arms and leggies back, or in Star Tours when they notice the Rebel, but that is an Imperial probe droid. Milk debuted. I mean, I can say it, but I'm not going to say it. I'll let anybody else say it. Well, the funny thing, Lori, about the milks is they're all plant-based, so they, even in the hot Florida sun, they won't get all nasty. It's like coconut milk-based. The one thing that's cool over here is, right, there's a lot of droids, so Astromechs, obviously. Then you have a Gonk power droid who's sitting underneath. Kind of want to hear him go, which, here's a fun fact. Here is a hot take. Not really a hot take. This is just a fun fact. Did you know that in Return of the Jedi, when you see all of the droids being... Well, first of all, the type of droid that is doing the torturing of said Gonk droid is actually over in Rancho Roasters. We'll check them out. But droids don't feel pain normally. In Jabba's palace, they were installed chips so that they would feel pain. Jabba's one messed up dude. It's not a Force Awakens, it's the next one. That's where Green Milk is, whatever that is, episode 8. Episode 8. My favorite droids over here, though, you can see them in the back. Roger. Battle droids are hidden in these really cool cages, which I think is fun. And then over the loudspeakers, this is one of the better areas, specifically they call them refreshers over here. So technically, these are refreshers. They're not bathrooms. But over in the refreshers, they play a really fun radio station. So you can hear this guy who used to narrate for podcast radio. Super, super fun. All right, we're outside of Droid Depot, and once again, some Urabesh. So shout out to that Urabesh. Jessica crushing it with that Last Jedi comment. That's it. And it's that weird, repulsive scene where homeboy Luke jumps down and grabs on that big old alien, and Rey's like, "Are you serious, dude? Like, this is what you're doing right now?" And that's what he's doing with his life, is suckling on that green milk into his canteen. Ugh, blech. But hey, I actually like the green milk better if it's alcoholic with tequila. This is a Blanco. He's a moof milker. Wait, time out, dude. Is that the name of the creature, is a moof? Because there is a drink in Oga's that's called moof juice, but it's orange. Actually, no, it's not in Oga's. You can get it over at Rancho Roasters, but it's like an iced tea based citrus drink. That's funny if that thing is a moof. But here we go. Droid Depot. You got a little probe droid action here, and then he's a moof. Dude, you know what? I'm gonna start calling people moofs. Like anybody who's like a real wonky dude, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, check out this moof over here." They got that green milk. All right, so these are droids that I remember I used to collect this Star Wars card game, and one of these guys was on there. I feel like he was a power droid, but I don't know what type. No idea on this guy, but he looks like a lifty Mick droid. And then you have a couple of different astromechs with different tops. There was a very similar droid to this in A New Hope who was actually force sensitive. If you ever remember Luke going, "This one's got a bad motivator." Well, apparently the droid who, I feel like his name is like Red D5. It's something with red. And he pops off his top. Well, apparently he sensed the fact that R2 and C-3PO were holding those plans for this, the Death Star, and needed to get to Luke. So he specifically, because of his force sensitivity, he noticed Luke, and he blew his motivator top so that R2 and C-3PO would stay together. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but it's a fun fact that I like to throw out there. Lots and lots of Gonk power droids. Yep, exactly. That is canon. All right, listen. You heard it from the man, the myth, the legend, the one Mark. I'm going inside. Let me mask up here. Making it up. Homeboy is force sensitive. Now, my favorite droid of all the series, because I like R2. C-3PO is a joke. I mean, literally, he's a joke. He's fun, but he's a joke. But here's all the little pieces. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Which I think it's so cool that you can build these. I definitely need to build one at some point. I actually like the R2 style droids better than the BB style droids because there's more parts and more things that you can do with these versus the BB ones. Although I think the movement is a lot smoother on the BB series. But there you go. There's what one of the astromech style droids are, and then you have a much larger facsimile of a BB-8. And then we'll take a little look. We got a little droidica, aka battle droid. And then here we go inside Droid Depot. I mean, basically this thing is a museum for droids. Like if you're a droid freak, and every single one of these stations is a droid building station, which is really cool.
Just hang on tight 1 second,
hang
folks.
On, I can't hear you, dude.
We did lose some video, so just hang tight for a second. The first order is jamming your signal, Kirk. There we go. All
right, I think I get it. I'm guessing I lost you for a hot second. Here's some cool droids that are in here. First off is a medical droid all the way back here. If you remember, Luke Skywalker gets injured by the Wampa that like slashes his face. And as a result, this medical droid is the one that like dunks him when he's in a diaper. Basically in Bacta, which Bacta is like basically the cure-all of medicine in the Star Wars universe. Oh, look, battle droid head. Roger. So cool. But there's so many pieces. I think I would build, I don't know what you guys would build. You have to tell me what kind of droid you would build. But there's so many pieces. I love like the concept of building like an all black, because there's just so many cool pieces for that. And then forget about it, dude. They have all these personality chips in here. Each one, you got First Order, you got Rebel, you have Bounty Hunter. It's just cool. I mean, all these things cost money, though. So, like, if you wonder, is Disney hurting? They ain't hurting. Oh, that's cute, dude. Oh, look. We got even closer droids. So this is that exact medical droid I was talking about. I didn't even realize he was over here. So this is the head I was looking at. So this is what Luke gets healed. And fun fact, Luke legitimately was injured, or Mark Hamill was injured in a car accident. So when his face was all messed up, that was not makeup. He was actually in a car accident, and they ended up keeping that Wampa scene in specifically because of his injury. And then you have a pit droid down here, this little guy. That's when, if you remember from when they're on, it's not Naboo, when they're on Tatooine, and he's like, "Pop the nose." And then you have Imperial droid. This is like a interrogation droid. You do have a mouse droid down here, little tiny mouse droid. And then my favorite droid is K2SO. So if you're a K2SO person, got K2SO in there. When I see Mark on the screen, it usually means I lost you.
Well, we just lost your video feed. You're coming through. You sound wonderful. But there is some interference in that Droid Depot that we're not getting this. We're not getting the video updated. But so to speak of Starla One is always behind my head. She's always here in the Tiki Room studio. So that is Starla One. That's the droid that we built in the Droid Depot. She's always been here. She's hard to see because of my big melon.
Mark,
I can hear you.
when you pop up, I'm just assuming you lost me for a hot second. Did you guys get to see K2SO or no?
We didn't. We got frozen on the medical droid.
Dude, that sucks, man, because he is like one of the coolest things. Like maybe you can pull up a picture of what he looks like, but inside, right to the right of him is it's just a K series. Like technically they use KX and then leave like it open. But K2SO, if you remember, he is like the coolest of all with
I got you.
Rogue One. He's so cool, and they have one over there, which just makes it super special. He's just awesome. He's so funny. Now, granted, he's not as tall as that. They only have basically from his knees up, but still, I'll take it, right? And he said, "Moved, ew, dude, ew, the move." Like Moof herder is like or Moof milker is the new Nerf herder. Oh my gosh. All right. We might as well, while we're over here, this is the Trilon wishing tree. And you're like, dude, I can't even see this thing. And you're like, okay, well, it's just backlit. But why is that significant? Well, look at this little ribbon here, right? This little ribbon I'm holding in my hand has a wish of a Batuan in it. So all the Batuans every single year will write their wishes on this tree. If you want to know where this is over by Sabi's workshop where you build your lightsabers. So Batuans will write their wishes on that, and as they deteriorate, so those banners deteriorate, and there's only like 2 or 3 banners on there. The start of the year, there was a ton more. So it looks like a lot of Batuans had their wishes come true. Over here, we have a moisture evaporator, if you're real geeky into that kind of stuff. But if you remember from A New Hope, they have moisture evaporators. You find these all over Star Wars with this little red and white section. You know, you guys are probably too busy going to Tashi Station and get some power converters. I get it, to work on the evaporators. Then you got A New Hope style speeder, just like Luke had. I don't know anybody who had this style, but I'm sure there was somebody and I'm just missing it. And then this is the section where you'll see a Rey and a Chewie meet and greet. I was fortunate enough to catch them both earlier today. Normally I miss them because they're just like sporadically up there. But it was really cool because it happened at the same time that this dude who had easily the best, I don't know if you would call it a balance because it was pretty much a costume. Homeboy had like the red robe, just like Chewie. He had a Life Day orb, and Chewie couldn't get enough. That Wookiee was walking, if you know what I mean. So, here we go. Let's geek out at Rancho Roasters. First of all, let's pull up Bakar, dude. Can you pull up Bakar for me? So if you didn't know, and that's just like that black and white photo of a dude, like a real person, a real human. So Rancho Roasters, the owner is this guy Bakar, who is from Tatooine. He's in love with pod racing. There he is. His name's Bakar. He's a chipper looking dude, right? But he loves pod racing. He loves gambling on pod racing. And over here at Rancho Roasters, he actually cooks your Rancho wraps using a pod racing engine. So this gigantic thing, and it kind of gives you a scope of how big pod racers are when you just look at how big one engine is. Like, my gosh, man. You know, so Boba really is coming with that heat. And then, sadly, though, you actually don't get to see any Ranchos when you're here. You only get to see these things, which are actually 3 different Nunas. So the top one's Nunas, and the bottom one is a Nuna as well. They're called swamp turkeys as well. If you're... Long story short, this is the droid in Return of the Jedi that's torturing the Gonk droid and burning his little feetsies in Jabba's palace. But here, he just complains about being hot and his oil going, and that he never gets any rest. So yeah. Anyway, if you look up here, each one of these flags represents one of the individual pod racing teams that Bakar is a huge fan of. So I think it's cool. You know, like, you would never know that he was a pod. First of all, you'd never know that his name's Bakar. Number two, you would never know that he was into pod racing, except for that this is a giant pod. And, but yeah. And you can actually, here's a better picture of those Nunas. They used to sell like a jerky that, yo, get that moof out of there, dude. You moofed me. So these Nunas, you actually see them at the beginning of the Battle of Naboo. They're jumping as the giant droid tanks are coming through. So like where the Gungan army's like waiting and they come over the hill, you'll actually see these things. It's like very, very subtle and for like only a hot second, but it's really, really cool. And then over here, nobody ever goes over here. This is where Homeboy, I realized I say Homeboy a lot. Not good or bad, just different. But this is Bakar's workstation. So he's also known as a butcher. And there is where he butchers his animals that we're going to eat. And like I said, Nunas used to be a jerky you could get here. Now they've taken it off the menu, and the only thing you can get are Rontos. So you're like, dude, where are the Rontos? Because none of these things are Rontos. And I go, yeah, I know. I go, whoa, I think that's a hidden Mickey. Hard to see for you guys, but I think there's a hidden Mickey up here. I looked at my hidden Mickey book. That is a hidden Mickey. I don't care. I'm going to be the first person, but right there, that's a hidden Mickey. Hands down. Verifiable. Oh, look, this dude's going to take some awesome marketplace shots when people leave. We're in Market Row now. But the Rontos from A New Hope, if you remember when they redid A New Hope, it was like back in the 90s and they added like a couple of scenes. One of the scenes was in Mos Eisley's Cantina. Obi-Wan and Luke go flying by with C-3PO on a speeder, that speeder that we just saw a second ago. And there's a giant, like a speeder comes by right behind them and upsets this giant creature that kind of looks like a giraffe with elephantine style legs. That is a Ronto. And it almost disrupts the Jawa. The Jawa goes flying off because that's what was sitting on it. And he's hanging on to the reins. So that's the only time we see a Ronto in canon. But yeah. And over here, this is Katsaka's, which she's a human. Shocking, right? But she makes popcorn. She's been making, her and her family have been making popcorn forever. There's actually a mural of her. Can you pull up Katsaka's picture? You know, she deserves her due. There she is. And look, she's serving her little Outpost popcorn. She looks so cute with it. They serve two different types of popcorn here. The Outpost popcorn, which is like a salty and sweet, and then they just serve buttered popcorn that's green. The Outpost popcorn, though, is it tastes a lot. Once again, very similar flavor to the blue and green milk. Is going to be like a Trix cereal kind of flavor. So, yeah. Here is Life Day merch. So I actually got this shirt. It's got Chewie on it. It's got the Life Orb, got the Millennium Falcon, and it says "Walk Off into the Stars," both in English, and then Urabesh on the bottom. And then on the back, family, joy, life day, harmony. Which, dude, I'm all about what the Wookiees are about, man. Family and joy, like, they know what's up. And then this is that red, scarlet kind of color. I have no idea what the Urabesh up here says, but I'm sure it's probably something awesome. And then they do have the little Wookie plushes as well. Yeah, I got suckered, man, and I had to grab the shirt and the plush. And then they have these orbs that are pretty cool, and they light up. Oh, I don't want to take that out. That'll ruin somebody's battery. But this does light up if you press that button. I don't want to mess somebody up, though. Waste their battery. And then they also have, which are pretty cool because Life Day is kind of like their Christmas. they have these Life Day Christmas ornaments that also light up as well. But once again, you got to pull that tab out to light them up. Be cool.
Celebrate.
Oh, you got Celebrate Life Day? I love it. That's awesome. And just ask them for a Life Day thing. I love that. That's very cool. Did you guys buy everything here? Not yet. Not yet. Yeah. Yeah. I was debating the pin is really cool. If people are into pins, it's a double back for $19.99. It doesn't light up though. If it lit up, I was sold. But it doesn't light up. These are cool though. Like I'm debating this. Did you try it out? Did you actually click it on? Or you got it because you got to take that thing out first, which I don't want to waste the battery. So, yep. It's pretty cool though. Real holiday. All right, you guys take care and thank you for sharing. Pardon me. They had a female version of this shirt too that had family members on the side. This is the unisex or larger one, and I got a large. And you know, I'm not a small dude. Larges normally fit me fine, but I might have to throw that thing through the wash on hot because it is for big boys. I think for some reason I just feel like it's like way too big. This is all the bounding stuff that they have, which is kind of cool because you wear costumes when you're in Batu. Sith robes. We'll definitely go into the creature stall because that's really cool. How you doing? I'm good. And then you got Chewie without his Life Day robe. And then Lando. Doc, which we'll have to go to Doc Ondars too. Maz Kanata. Wicket. These guys are cool. Like posable, moldable little characters. You can shape them however you want. It reminds me a lot of Carousel of Progress, that guy. You know? They have a Rebel. They got Kylo. And they have a Mon Calamari. Look at that. Which I don't know if it's specifically... Oh, it is. It's specifically Admiral Akbar. It's a trap. So, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. You got little porgies. This is cool. It's like a wooden sand crawler toy. $24.99. These are really cool too. These wooden Boba Fett doll. There's a wooden Darth Vader. There's a wooden Stormtrooper. And then over here, they actually sell the game that Han Solo won, the Millennium Falcon, Sabacc, which I have to learn how to play before I go on the Halcyon. I actually did book. I'm in the first week of the Star Wars hotel opening. They got a Jabba too. I saw when I was at the Character Warehouse in the Disney outlets, they had a Watto. And just to give you in terms of pricing, this is $22.99. So was the Watto, but he was on sale for $12.99 there. And the Lando, $22.99 here. He was $14.99. So if you're looking for deals, I'm waiting for Doc Ondar to go on sale at the Character Warehouse for like $12.99 because he is really cool. He's a little Ithorian, very, very fun. Dewback. He's a Titanian. One of my few voices is my Watto voice. I don't know what this guy has, but he like honks. Thank you, Mark. Not too bad. And then these are loath cats, and we're gonna. If you pull their tail, their little eyebrows move. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this with one hand. I don't think I'm gonna be, but I do want to show you the loath cat that's over here. But then they have tauntauns, fuzzy tauntaun, porgies, as my girls call them. Other loath cats. I don't know what this dude is. What is he? A lava meerkat. Oh, look at him. He's cool. A bantha, where you get your blue milk from. Wampa, which this Wampa face is scary, man. And then Salacious Crumb. Those monkey lizards. All right, let's go look at... So this is a wart. You can also find one of these in Oga's Cantina, and they usually lay eggs, and that's what they use on some of the cocktails over there. And this is a loath cat, sleeping, adorable. You can see his little tail moving. Sorry I have to get so close, but otherwise the cage gets zoomed in. I like that he has a little, like, that's a little porg plush where the eye is like ripped off. The little loath cat. He's got his little water bottles over there. So yeah, even in the Star Wars universe, they have some fun pets. All right. Not Galactic Basic is the restroom sign over here. She's getting the Diagana that's in the water over there. We'll look at that in a second because once somebody sets it off, it takes a good 2 minutes to reset. But we are going to take a look at, although dark, let me try to see if we can see the Ithorian statue, the loath cat statue. You have a Porg and an R2 up here. And then you have a Chewie down here, but he's hard to see right now. And then a really beat up astromech that got turned into a grill or a kiln for firing up some of these woods and roasting them. All right, we're going to try to see if we can see the Diagana now that all these guys are gone. If you don't know, a Diagana is the creature from basically the sewer section in A New Hope. And, wow, the water fountain's not working. All right, it'll show up even if I hit this one, usually. That's weird. The regular water fountain's not working. It's not even turning. Nothing. That's true. It's the garbage chute flyboy. So you can hear the Diagana that's over here in this one. I was hoping to have this one pop up with his little beady eye. But, oh, here we go. We got some movement. It's dark, but it's close. Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, man, looking great in the walrus scarf threads.
I got my twin right
Hey, what's happening? What's your name, dude?
My name's Matt.
Matt, nice to meet you. Kirk. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Loving the shirt, man.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, man. You look great.
Compliments all day.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Probably like 10 or 12 today. This walk.
Dude, people like them, man. They're sharp and they're comfortable.
And then Kathy's ears over there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my wife back over that way.
And then that's my wife over there.
It's awesome, man. I'm glad you guys found me. I'm like literally walking around.
I was walking around looking for you.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. Yeah, I was going to head over to Dock Ondars to kind of close everything out because we're wrapping up the stream relatively close. And then you guys have like a few minutes to hang before you have your Savi's thing.
We got a few minutes.
You know, I don't know what you guys are up to.
We got till 8:45. That's where our reservation.
Yeah, sweet, man. You guys want to be on camera? You can.
Doesn't matter.
You can.
Doesn't matter.
We got Matt, right?
Yes, Matt.
Matt and Justin. If you guys,
What's up,
Justin,
guys?
Grant, anytime you've been on the live stream, homeboys have are rocking the cart premium bars, which is awesome. And you guys are staying over at French Quarter and all that stuff, having a good time. Ah, dude, that's awesome, dude. I like both those places. What are the best thing from your trip so far right now?
Oh, it's kind of been overwhelming, to be completely honest with you.
This
my
is
first
first
trip
trip.
to Disney.
This is your first trip?
First trip.
Oh my gosh, dude. So like everything is.
This man right here has been a pro, getting me set up on everything.
Yeah.
Got on Rise in 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, Rise
What did you guys do? Like an a la carte, or did you rope drop?
Lightning lane.
Okay.
No, the rope drop was 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
So like you just bought it as soon as it opened up at. Because you guys get early access. So did you get 7 a.m. or is that 7 a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good call. That's awesome.
We did that over Genie Plus.
Yeah. Because that's the a la carte ones. Did you guys end up doing Genie Plus too?
No.
Or
we
no?
We rope dropped Mickey and Minnie's, and then did Slinky Dog, and then just did Toy Story Land.
That's awesome. Well, do you guys want to go over to Doc's or?
Let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Wife's going to be like, what are you doing? Because I've commandeered you guys. Yeah. I literally was just geeking out on everything in Batu, telling basically every fun fact that I know. And I was going to run it out over in Docks because I got a bunch in there. If you guys have never been, have you guys ever been in there? I know not you, Matt, but.
No, we haven't spent much. It's been so crowded in here yesterday that we didn't do much in here yesterday besides ride.
Yeah, well, you know what's cool is once you get out of Savvy's, the park's technically closed. So you're going to get some awesome night shots where there's nobody in this section. I've actually had an Oga's at like 9:45. So you're talking about 45 minutes after the park's closed. And yeah, you can like walk around and there's nobody around and you can take pictures. It's awesome. So yeah, but this is Doc Ondars, which pardon me guys, I'm just gonna keep narrating stuff. But this right here, this is actually the Black Spire, or those petrified trees that give Black Spire Outpost its name. So these legitimately, this is the namesake, but they're all over the place. You'll see them all over in here. But yeah, if you want to pull up that Doc Ondar picture, dude, that'd be great. So Doc Ondar, he's our Ithorian. We'll be able to see him in a hot second. Sadly, you got to mask up, boys, as we go inside. And here, you want to pop that off for a second because I'll show him. Yeah, dude, he at one point is wielding a Jedi in canon, by the way, even though it was part of a comic. But I want to show off this this mural. So this mural is important because at the time, its Supreme Chancellor, Palpatine, has the exact same mural. And this is apparently way before most of the movies have taken place. And then within here, there's just so much stuff, right? You got a bust of Luke, a bust of Yoda. And then we're going to have to go through a ton of just like really cool, fun artifacts. Here he is, the Ithorian himself, which Doc is so crazy because he has two mouths. So like the right side and the left side. But these guys cannot sound out Urabesh worth anything. So they always have to use translators. Now our Mandalorian fans, like this is basically your stuffed with fun fact stuff. Mandalorian helmet, Mandalorian rifle. This is General Grievous's mask. The original Palpatine, help me out, guards. I forget what they called the Red Guards. They had a specific name. There is lots and lots of blasters and weapons from people. That's also the Bounty Hunter flag Greedo right up here. Tons of different animal heads. I don't know all of them. I can't remember what movie, but this was in, I remember, what's his face? I think it was in the second, episode 2, he ends up killing that thing. That's when they're on, when they're building all the droids and the Death Star originally. Thank you. Then you have a Tauntaun up there. One of these is a Naboo. Another one is, yeah, the Tauntaun head is over here on that side. These are cool because these are actually what Lando uses in Return of the Jedi. That's that like really cool kind of like spear thing that he's got going on. Then you have a Clone Wars helmet right here. So Clone Wars helmet right here. Scout Trooper helmet right here. This is an IG droid, which BK-86 is actually, thank you, Vibro Axis, is his bodyguard. So if you get on his bad side, you'll have an IG series after you. You got a TIE Fighter helmet up here. Also have Leia's Bounty Hunter helmet right here. You have X-Wing pilot helmet. There's also the Snowtrooper helmet. You have a Mandalorian jetpack right here. There are some, I forget the names of those blasters, but I played them for sure in a Star Wars Battlefront game, 100%. Over here is cool. You actually get the view of a Sarlacc. So if you remember in Return of the Jedi, coming off of Jabba's slave barge, there's the Sarlacc, but the cool part is how large the Sarlacc is on the bottom. Like, this thing is massive in comparison to just the headpiece that you get in the beginning. How you doing? And then you got a Wampa up here. You're good. No, you're fine. You got a Wampa up here, which is so cool. I mean, that thing is massive. I always find something new in here that I've never seen before, and I always question, like, wait, who is that? Whose character? What kind of prop is that? I mean, there's so much stuff. It's like impossible, and you just want to sit here and stare the whole time, but you're literally in the way of people who are legitimately spending money and shopping. There are some, those are actually Florians, which are flowers that they use for medical purposes. I think there's a holocron up there. Not holocron? I feel like Horcrux is Harry Potter. Holocron is correct. All right. And then there's another creature over here. So if you want to see another Diagana, there's one in this little tube right here. He's got a nickname too. I forget what it is. But you can see his eye, and then underneath, it's hard for you guys to see, but there's teeth in there as well for the Diagana. He's probably got like a nickname like Die or Eyeball. All right. Well, that is Doc Ondars. And they do have the Jarek, which is that hollow chest, if you guys remember, where they have this character fights this character and basically eats him when Chewie is playing against R2, and the famous line, "Let the Wookiee win." But yeah, this thing is awesome. It looks like Obi-Wan on a dewback, but it's not. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like we got to finish here outside of the Millennium Falcon. Honestly, I would save the food review of on the Skyliner for next week. And if you want to do, because we're right outside of Docking Bay 7, if you'd like to throw up the can-do ribs, the smoked Cadu pork ribs with tangy barbecue sauce, blueberry corn muffin, red cabbage, and then there's a drink. Yo, dude, just for you, bro, the moof juice. If you want to throw up a picture or the video of, I think it was called like the Wee Wee Puff, or it might have been a Galactic like puff. Whatever it was delicious Galactic treat. All right. All right, here we are at Docking Bay 7. I got the ribs here, and then it comes with a slaw and a blueberry muffin, which looks very dry. But we're gonna try the meat first. We have our May the Forks be with you, and unfortunately, due to COVID, they aren't selling the sporks, which is a shame. So they just have regular utensils. The ribs feel really sticky, and it looks like there's like a panko crust on top with some herbs. They're delicious. That's really good. It's got this like sweet, smoky, almost sugary flavor, and then there's some coleslaw here. Looks like pickled, I don't know, what is that? Radish, onion, cabbage. Kind of has like an apple cider vinegar vibe to it. Nice crunch. Goes good to balance out the acidity from that and the richness of the beef. And then this thing looks like a little space saucer. It's a blueberry muffin. A lot of blueberries in it. There you go, honey. Blueberry muffin is a crumbly mess. It's super dry. It's hard to even taste the berries, but the ribs are fantastic. I definitely would get the ribs again. So overall for the meal, because yeah, it's a little dry, I know. Cabbage is okay. The muffin is really not good, but the ribs are fantastic. So overall for everything, I'm going to give it a 3.8. But here is the Batu Bon. It is chocolate cake with a white chocolate mousse and supposedly some sort of coffee custard around it. So let's. It looks really pretty. It looks like a galaxy, little chocolate on top. I don't know what this is. Let's give it a go. Check it out inside. Oh yeah, there's all the chocolate mousse, white chocolate mousse. Looks like some sort of brownie on the bottom. I'm gonna cut this again because that's a big piece. Looks really cute though. I love the look of this. I mean, that is very galactic. Stop. Are you serious with this thing? So we came in here mainly because it was raining, and we were waiting for our Rise of the Resistance boarding pass to show up. And whoa, y'all need to try this. This is so good. It's like a deep fudgy cake. It's not a brownie, it's definitely a cake, but the outside is coated in chocolate. I'm gonna try this little custard stuff. And then the mousse is fantastic. I didn't think it could get any better. This is some sort of like passion fruit custard something. It's very fruity, very tropical. This may be the best dessert I've ever had on property. No joke. I love everything about this. 4.8. All right, well, listen, guys, here we are, Batu. Hope you had fun. Rad Tea Party, remember, every 7:30 Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. Make sure you follow This Diz Life podcast as well as Walrus Carp. Check out walruscarp.com for all of your Disney snack stuff. Where are we going next week? I think we need to go to Magic Kingdom because I just absolutely love Magic Kingdom. We haven't done enough of it. I have so much history and fun facts there, as well as a million 50th food things that we can do. So, Mark, I think that's where we're going to head. Do you want to kick it off to Lori? And I'll give you guys Moof Juice to call it a night. Thanks so much for hanging out.
This Diz Life Network is brought to you by Enchanting Escapes by Lori. Lori is here to help you plan your next getaway and create memories that will last a lifetime. No matter where you want to go, if that's Disney, Universal, Sandals, or another amazing destination, Lori can help you get there. Leave the details to Lori and enjoy the beauty of your destination without the hassle of the planning. Lori's services are at no additional charge. So head over to Enchanting Escapes by Lori and get a free quote while taking advantage of some of the amazing features of the website. Resort walking tours, blogs, free downloads, and Magic Maker recipe videos to keep the magic alive throughout the year. Mention promo code ThisDizLife for an extra dose of magic and start planning your dream vacation today at www.enchantingescapesbylori.com.